Welcome to our first day of our November release intro.
All new products you see in today's video and the next 2 days will be available on November 5th at 10 a.m. Arizona time.
The November release is a cozy collection of dies, stencils, and sentiments that capture the joy of winter.
We've grouped this release into 3 parts.
Snow Fun, featuring pine cones, snowflakes, and winter landscapes.
Pawder Day, with playful pets enjoying ski slopes and snowy adventures.
And Woof and Meow, bringing cats and dogs to the Postage Collage series for even more personality.
There's so much to explore in this release. Let's take a look at the snow-capped pinecone stencil.
On the first stencil, some of the pine sprigs stick out near the edges. To avoid lifting them while blending, start with your brush on the stencil and blend gently into the openings. Adjust your pressure to add variation in colors for the sprigs and pine cones. Use stencil paste or a white gel pen to trace the last stencil for snowdrops. After stenciling, you can stamp the details over the pine cones for a more realistic look. Both the stencil and stamps are numbered to help you find the matching pieces easily. The top left pine cone and the one at the bottom right are the same detailed stamp. You can stamp the detail directly on the stencil background or stamp first and then line up the stencil to blend in the color. The pine cones and snow are also available as shaped dies. Both the dies and stencils are numbered to help you match the pieces easily. The die cuts are sized to match the stencil openings, so you can layer them right on top for added dimension. There are 4 pinecone dies in the set. You'll use the smallest one to match both the top left and bottom right pinecones on the background. If you decide to cut out the stencil pinecones, simply ink around the edges to cover any white borders. Layer the individual pinecones and snow shapes on top of the background to bring more depth to your design.
The snow-capped pinecone set is such a beautiful way to start your winter crafting. Now let's add finishing touches with a simple sentiment.
The Miss You word die is this month's gift with purchase, perfect for adding a heartfelt message to your winter cards.
Cut it from colored cardstock or ink blend to create a gradation over the letters to complement your project. The shadow layer is also included to help your greeting stand out.
The holidays are just around the corner, and we've packed the season with fun releases, big savings, and lots of freebies. Learn more to make the most out of this year's events on our blog. The link is in the description. Next, use the snowflake background die to add texture and detail.
You can use the full panel as a background or save the individual snowflakes as accents. It's an easy way to add a snowy look to any project.
After adding texture with the snowflake background die, you can build full scenes with the Snowy Hills die, stencil, and add-on die.
Let's take a look at how they work together. The stencil can be used on its own to help you create a background of snow trails, trees, and sky.
Use the wavy edge on stencil 2 to mask off stencil 1 when ink blending the sky. This helps keep your ink out of the other openings.
Use a light gray for the snow trails, then add the trees in the background.
You can also shift the stencil down to leave more room for the sky, and using white stencil paste through the cloud openings on stencil 2 for added texture.
The hill die cuts out 3 wavy hill lines with trees and is slightly smaller than 4 1/4 inches wide.
You can cut it from an A2 panel and keep the pieces together for easy handling.
We recommend cutting it from white cardstock and using the Snowy Hills stencil to color in the trees and trails for a more realistic look.
To create your sky, use the die cut as a guide. Align the wavy edge on stencil 2 with the hills and ink blend with your chosen height.
Customize your scene with the add-on die or trim apart the hill lines to create your own design.
To shorten the distance between the hill lines, use the wavy edge on stencil 2 to help you trace and cut out the line without the trees to hide the negative cut lines.
See the difference?
The add-on die includes a row of cozy homes, fluffy clouds, and a variety of paw prints to create adorable trails in the snow.
Great for adding detail to your cards when paired with the Snowy Hills die and stencil.
To finish your winter scene, the Snow Fun die adds a playful snowman and mix and match accessories. Let's take a look.
We recommend cutting all of the pieces from white cardstock and then adding color with ink blending. To avoid handling small details, back the snowman's face with a piece of black cardstock or color in the area with a black marker. There are 2 face options included, and both are easy to assemble.
Before we go, let's do a quick recap of today's products.
We started with the snow-capped pinecone stencil, plus the matching detailed stamp set and the shape die, a great trio for creating layered, realistic pinecones.
Then we added the Miss You word die, this month's gift with purchase, for a simple finishing touch.
Next, the snowflake background die, perfect for adding texture or scattering individual snowflakes across your card.
To build full winter scenes, we used the Snowy Hills die, stencil, and add-on die together.
And finally, we wrapped it up with the Snow Fun die, featuring a build-your-own snowman and mix-and-match accessories for cheerful winter projects.
For a chance to win today's giveaway, like this video and let us know in the comments which product from this intro you would choose if you win today's $50 gift certificate. All the details are in the video description below.
All new products you see in today's video and the next 2 days will be available on November 5th at 10 a.m. Arizona time.
Don't forget to check out our Instagram account for more chances to win.
Tomorrow, join us as we share some winter fun with cats and pups on the slopes.
See you then!